Hey everyone, welcome back to 22 Panels. This is the podcast that aims to examine, explore, and elevate the medium of comics. I am Tyler, and across the interwebs from me is Tad. Hey Tad, how's it going?
Uh, I played a lot of PlayStation baseball yesterday,
Did you?
and might have stayed up too late.
That's funny.
Might have read Dog Man in the bathtub
Read Dogman in the bathtub. I read Dogman to my
at
daughter,
an
and
ungodly hour. Oh, it was probably more fun reading it to your daughter.
yeah,
We'll
it
get into it. We'll get into it later.
yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Uh, yeah, yeah. This Dog Man is definitely a very specific type of book that we'll get into when we get to it.
Yep.
Yeah,
What's
but yeah, I
what's going on in the world of comics?
well. Uh, a book that I thought I was the only one that I knew existed
Uh huh.
that is coming back to print from Dark Horse Comics. They're re-releasing Cullen Bunn, Sean Lee, and Matt Kint's strange horror tale, The Tooth.
I know. I'm excited for it. I don't have it.
Yeah, now, what I love, one of my favorite, uh, just just little credits, obscure credits, is in The Tooth. Do you know who the letterer on The Tooth is?
I do not. No. Clayton Coles.
Christopher Sabella.
Oh, wow.
I actually discovered The Tooth not because of Cullen Bunn and Matt Kent, but because of Christopher Sabella and, all of the over preparation I did for our first interview.
That's awesome. That's awesome that they're bringing it back. I'm gonna have to get
So
a
I was a
copy.
little disappointed that like all of the whole press release here doesn't mention letterer
No, Litterer gets
Christopher
no.
Sabella.
They get no love.
No love for Christopher Sabella in the press release. Uh, so yeah,
Your second piece of news has got me interested. I didn't hear about this.
yeah. Utah has banned Craig Thompson's blankets statewide.
God.
Um, Utah ordered Craig Thompson's blankets removed from schools statewide. State Board of Education released a list of 13 book titles that have been banned in all Utah public schools. This is per the state law that requires all districts to remove books that have been banned in at least 3 districts for being objective, sensitive material, which means is considered pornographic or indecent.
Oh
The
God.
schools must dispose of the works and cannot sell or distribute them. Blankets by Craig Thompson is the only graphic novel on the list, which also includes, and I've read both of these books, Court of Thorns and Roses, and its sequels by Sarah Jane Maas. I haven't read the sequels yet, but I read the first one with one of my students last year, and Judy Blume's Forever.
Hmm.
So yeah.
That's crazy.
We're not done with our bands yet.
No. Well, we always hit on a little bit of politics in the episode.
Well, but this one's fun.
This one's great. This is pissing off the right like you wouldn't believe.
Well,
Minnes-
they just don't know how to handle it.
no, Minnesota Governor Tim
I mean,
Walz.
they're having even more trouble with this than they are with Kamala.
I know, I know.
They're like,
It's not fair.
yeah.
Uh, Tim Walz from
I'm sorry.
Minnesota has been nominated to be Kamala's vice president. And
Yeah.
so this is very exciting for me as a Minnesotan because I've always been a strong supporter of Tim. Most
You,
Minnesotans find he's way too liberal. Um,
not many Minnesotans find his way too little
okay, where I live,
liberal.
where I
Only
live,
where you live, dude.
where I live, they hate him.
So let me point out that too liberal includes things like feeding children.
Yeah,
So So liberal.
Yeah, because he has free school lunches. And, um, one of the things I'm hearing about a lot from Laverne people is that during COVID, he shut down their churches and kept them from their faith, is what I'm reading. And it's like,
Their faith is so weak that they can't practice it at home.
that's exactly what I thought. Yep. Yep. They see it as he was obstructing it was a constitutional.
Their faith is so weak that it doesn't work on Zoom.
Yep, exactly. I agree with you. I'm just like,
God is only in the building.
yep.
I thought God was everywhere.
Yeah. I don't get it. I don't get it. They took it as a personal attack that he's shut down the state, during the heaviness of COVID.
Wow. Uh yeah, no, actually, as we so often do, uh we're gonna have to go check out some J Quo sheets and giggles. Um because he had this down. Some favorites of mine. Oh, uh, Four Seasons Total Landscaping got in on it.
Is it a JD Vance thing? Yep, JD Vance for
Tweet,
ready when
tweeted
you
out,
are.
tweeted out the picture from when Giuliani was set up, but added a couch into it. I told JD that they were ready when he was.
Oh God.
My favorite, Criminals for Kamala, was sent out by Donald Trump. Aaron Rupar was kind enough to translate this for us as Trump announces his endorsement of Harris.
Yeah. I mean, what? Yep.
Also, he's now obsessed with presidency having been taken away from Biden. So
Exactly.
apparently that means that Biden was legitimately the president. Uh,
I know they're so upset that it's been a bait and switch, they call it, and I'm like, are you kidding me? You guys called for Biden to resign or for
This is
him
pretty
to
good.
step out.
This I'm just going to show you. We don't need to describe it,
Sure.
but check that out. Favorite pick of a Trump rally. Um,
Oh my God. I gotta find that one. That's a good one.
uh,
But anyway, yeah, Tim Walz.
Apparently, Maya Rudolph and Steve Martin
Oh, I
will
heard
be
that Steve said no.
Kamala. Well, we'll find out.
Oh, anyway, it's a Saturday Night Live
Yeah,
skit
yeah,
that
yeah.
Steve Martin was
This one
asked.
was pretty good.
Yep. Oh man.
If you see someone being a bully, always get a teacher.
Yep. I can't
That's the
wait.
other thing that I love. I mean, it was great having a president whose wife was a teacher,
Yes.
having a vice president who taught history.
Yep.
It's just, I love that.
Yes.
Um, it, Tim Waltz may have made a couch joke during his
Did he?
introduction, and there's Kamala.
Well, he's the one who's credited as starting the weird weird campaign. Yeah.
And I love this meme here. Make sure you talk about your school lunch law legalizing recreational marijuana, your Millery. I'm going to call him a couch fucker. Tim, you can't. A heterosexual 20-year teacher,
Heterosexual.
Vladimir Futon.
Vladimir Putin.
That wasn't actually Tim Walz, but I mean, it would fit.
That's funny. That's funny.
Um,
Vladimir Putin. Yeah, so I'm really excited.
I did love this one because what's the big thing on the right about, how horrible it is that like we use polite language. It makes it so nobody can tell a joke, right?
Yeah.
Uh, what do you mean we can't call people this or call people that? Nobody can tell a joke anymore.
Right.
How angry have they been about couch jokes? Oh,
I know. Well,
I love this tweet here. Walls is the guy I would ask to walk me home after a night class in college,
Yes.
and Vance is the guy who's the reason I would want an escort.
I can't wait till these two debate. I think it's gonna.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna wipe the floor with him.
Uh, it,
Speaking of debates, I heard Donald Trump has agreed to an ABC debate.
Well, that was the one that was already planned,
Okay.
and he tried to back out, and now he said he's coming. He still seems to be trying to say that there's got to be a Fox News one first. Kamala's just kind of
No.
letting that pitch roll in the dirt. Her response was, "I look forward to seeing him on the 10th, and we'll talk about more debate. If he shows up, we'll talk about more debates afterwards."
Exactly. I mean, like what he. Yeah, he gets all the all the things he wants by having it at Fox, right? They're not going to mute him. They're not going to cut him off. They're not going to.
Right.
I get it, but no,
Oh,
nobody in their right mind would do that.
This was great. So South Dakota Governor Kristi Noem
Yep.
tweeted out, Walsh is no leader. He's a radical. I served with him in Congress. He pretended to be moderate. Then he showed his true extremist colors as soon as he became governor. And Adam Kinzinger quote tweeted her with a picture of him with his shotgun and his dog and his hunting gear on, saying, "Dog is alive, though."
That's great.
Hey, we gotta have some. We'll have a Spider-Man moment here too, because Terminally Online Leftist responded to that same tweet with Tobey Maguire saying, "I'm not voting for Trump," and who's James Franco?
James Franco. Yep.
As Harry going, but Waltz lied about being moderate to steal an election. And McGuire saying, "Holy shit, you're the lady that shot your dog in the face." Oh, also, the right is really, really, really desperately trying to get this tampon tin thing to work because they're opposed to tampons being in bathrooms.
Yes.
I mean, their big argument is that they have to be in all bathrooms. Oh my God, the boys have to have tampon dispensers in their bathroom. Because boys shouldn't have to see tampons because no boys have sisters or mothers and share bathrooms at home.
God. Whatever.
Oh, did you? I mean, just because we're on crazy politics, did you catch the JFK news?
No.
And like he went on Roseanne to get out in front of this.
Okay.
And you know that you've gone like crazy when Roseanne's looking at you like your hair is on fire.
Exactly.
So some people may remember, particularly if we have any New York listeners, that there was a bear cub found in Central Park.
Yes.
Like a decade ago. He went on Roseanne to get out in front of the story because apparently the New Yorker had called him for comment on it. To say that he had done it, but here's the thing. So he had been driving home from a hunting trip and he found it on the road. Somebody else had hit it, but in New York, you're allowed to keep roadkill. So he put it in his car, but then he had to go to a really expensive steak dinner before he could like get it home to shave it and
okay.
And then the dinner went long, and he had to go catch a flight, so he had to do something. And at the time, there'd been like lots of stories about like bike accidents and stuff. So he thought it would be funny. He just happened to have a bike that he was getting rid of in the back of his car.
Uh-huh.
So he decided to put the bear and the body in Central Park and make it look like it was an accident.
Okay.
But he was telling Roseanne this because he wanted to get out in front of the story before the New Yorker could like tell lies about him to make him look bad.
Oh God. Too late. Hey, what spurred this? I mean, like how did it come out that it was him? Like,
You know, that's like
I mean, it's been 10 years.
I haven't read the New Yorker story.
Sure.
Um, frankly, if I'm the New Yorker, once that goes out, I'm like, we don't need to put this in the. We don't need to put this in anymore.
That's hilarious.
There's nothing we can write that will actually make this better. Um,
What did Roseanne say? I gotta find this clip. I gotta watch it.
it's out there. The best place to look at it is probably the Daily Show.
Oh,
Did a
sure.
nice, yeah. And like Chris Condon and I had been texting about because last week John Oliver did a fantastic RFK explainer. Um, and that was the day, well, it was probably released. It was probably being filmed at about the same time RFK was filming this thing about the bear. So it's like, I can't wait to see what John Oliver follows up with tonight, going, so we missed the biggest piece of RFK news.
That would be funny.
Let's talk some upcoming comics, Tyler.
Yeah, let's talk about Barstow.
Yeah, Barstow, Rebecca McKendry with art by Tyler Jenkins. At the center of the Mojave Desert, at the crossroads between hell and gone, lies Barstow. Agent Miranda Diaz is in this godforsaken land on the trail of a missing agent. He's a man she's never met, and yet her name was the only clue he left behind. Something dark, something demonic lurks beneath this oddball town. But can Miranda unravel the mystery before all hell breaks loose? Award-winning horror writing and filmmaking team David Ian McKendry and Rebecca McKendry team up with Eisner-nominated artist Tyler Jenkins for this all-new comedy horror story.
Looks graphic. I mean, the
Yeah.
the cover is a little bit gory, where she's like her insides are
Yeah.
exposed, and
Well, in the eye, so yeah.
yeah, it's cool. I like Tyler Jenkins a lot. His artwork is cool. Cool. All right, Exorcism at 1600 Penn, #1. Hannah Rose from Hannah Rose May and Vanessa Del Rey. This October, IDW debuts a chilling new 4-issue original supernatural horror series perfect for fans of The Nice House on the Lake and The Haunting of Hill House. From the pen of rising comics writer Hannah Rose May and acclaimed artist Vanessa Del Rey, Kelly Doyle has just been elected the first woman president of the United States of America, and boiling political tension could spill over at any second. Having to balance being a mother to 2 teenagers and navigating the shifting media landscape, all while preventing World War III, has Kelly spread thin. But she could never predict that the nation's hallowed halls would soon become a demonic battleground for good versus evil. This looks pretty cool, right?
Yeah,
Obviously, Exorcism at the White House would be kind of cool.
I think you're up again.
Godfather of Hell, from Cavan Scott and P.S. Bach. Dario Santini has lived a charmed life as an enforcer and debt collector for mob boss Nicolai Machini. He's had it all: respect, power, even the love of a good woman. But everything changes when he crosses a line and is shot dead on the sidewalk. Waking up in hell, Dario faces a future of pain and suffering, unless he can turn eternal damnation into a business opportunity. Neo-noir hellfire from New York Times bestseller Cavan Scott and Bram Stoker award-winning artist, how do you pronounce it? P.S. Bach? Back?
I think I'd do it Pius Bach.
Pius Bach. In shops October 2nd.
And just because you're on a roll,
Oh,
you
this
get
one's
some
mine
Mickey
too.
Woodcock too.
Yeah.
I love Mickey Woodcock. I read the first 2 series.
Yeah, Minky Woodcock, The Girl Called Cthulhu, from Cynthia Von Bueller, and yeah, she wrote and did the art. Looks like from
Yep.
Hard Case Crime, publishers of hit series Gun Honey. The plucky detective returns with an occult horror twist. Sensational artist, author, and playwright Cynthia Von Bueller melds her glorious illustrations with the eldritch elements of H.P. Lovecraft and Aleister Crowley. Inspired by a true World War II maritime operation, shocking satanic events, monstrous men, and one salacious sea creature, this third series tells the tale of Minky's encounter with legendary horror writer H.P. Lovecraft, creator of the dreaded Cthulhu. Yeah, I'm really excited for this. This is in shops October 16th.
Not going to read the Neil Gaiman.
Oh, here's the Neil Gaiman quote.
quote.
I was seduced by Cynthia Von Bueller's artwork. Neil Gaiman.
Yeah.
It is really
No,
cool.
I love the first 2 series of this. I just got to talk about this with Alex Segura, not Carlos Segura, whatever it says on the previews website.
That is
New
weird.
Republic stave off an unexpected and deadly new threat. A defiant Imperial takes center stage and goes on the offensive against the New Republic. Leia makes a startling discovery in the forests of Endor. Who are the mysterious and deadly acolytes of the Beyond? What is the new villain's connection to Darth Vader? All this as the post-Return of the Jedi era storytelling begins. Star Wars, The Battle of Jakku, Insurgency Rising from Alex Segura and Leonard Kirk. Also coming out along those lines is Star Wars Ewoks, a miniseries from Steve Orlando and Laura Braga. Celebrating the 40th anniversary of Caravan of Courage, the Ewoks return in an all-new miniseries set after the events of Return of the Jedi. A team of Imperial-led bounty hunters and scavengers arrive on the forest moon of Endor searching for a secret cache of Imperial weaponry as they prepare to face off against the battle-ready Ewoks who took down so many of their ranks. Or are they prepared? Who is the mysterious new warrior Ewok returning to Bright Tree Village, and what is their connection to Wicket W. Warwick? So yeah, Star Wars moves into the post-Return of the Jedi era.
That's awesome.
Excited for that. I talked a little bit about with this Matt Boers about this one while we were talking about Justice Warriors.
Sure.
Toxic Avenger.
Haven't seen him in
You
forever.
remember him from the classic films, animated series, and action figures. Now, America's grossest icon returns to comics. A train hauling chemical waste derails in Tromaville, New Jersey, transforming bullied teenager Melvin Junko into the massive mop-wielding Toxic Avenger. Pulitzer finalist Matt Boers and artist Fred Harper deliver a Toxic reboot brewed especially for the 21st century.
I'm excited for that. I love stuff that pulls at my nostalgia heartstrings, right? This is
Gotta love the Toxic Avenger in the tutu.
Yeah.
So you want to talk some graphic novels?
Sure. Is this one mine? Tegan and Sarah?
This is mine.
Oh, okay.
This one's mine.
All right.
Tegan and Sarah Quinn along with Tilly Walden. Tegan and Sarah have survived 7th grade, but their junior high jams are just beginning. Offstage is officially back in session. Between Sarah's growing feelings for her dream girl and Tegan's falling out with her former BFF, 8th grade might prove to be even messier than last year. On stage, the twins are swept up in a Battle of the Bands contest to open for their favorite musical artist, landing them with a new manager, new opportunities, and new challenges, too. But stepping into the spotlight and into their true selves means colliding over fame, family, and finding their sound. Tegan and Sarah, with art by Tilly Walden, bring us Crush. For second books.
That looks good. This one's mine. Death Comes for the Toymaker, trade paperback, volume 1, from Dakota Brown and Ryan Cody. Death comes for us all, but for Gil the Toymaker, the visit is an eternal tragedy. Every year, the holiday gift giver visits children all over the world on a special night, but Gil's immortality comes at a cost. Forced to do the work of death, carrying a list of ready-to-harvest souls alongside his naughty and nice list, Gil gives toys and takes souls all in one night. But as the toy maker reflects on the relationship he's had with death for several millennia, an associate reveals a scheme that may just put an end to Death's contract, and perhaps Death himself. An epic twist on the legend of Santa Claus from writer Dakota Brown and artist Ryan Cody. In shops November 6th.
From Magma Comics.
Yeah, it looks cool.
Looks pretty cool. Girl Rebels. 6 girls, 5 empowering adventures. Follow the stories of incredible women in modern history, including Greta Thunberg, Emma X. Gonzalez, and Malala Yousafzai, among others. Beautifully illustrated by diverse international creative teams. Fans of extraordinary real-life stories will love this. From Titan Comics, Julian Derain, Laurent Hopman, Fabian Morin, Brett Parson, Jocelyn Joret, Rebecca Tronig, and Vittoria Macchiocci. Stores December 11th.
Very cool. All right. Legend of Arkwright. What is that? Legend of Luther Arkwright. I had to squint a little bit. Brian Talbot launches the long-awaited third Arkwright saga, The Legend of Luther Arkwright, another milestone in graphic literature. Luther Arkwright, a being of vast psychic power capable of traversing the swirling multiverse of infinite existences, is pursued by a far superior adversary across multiple historically divergent parallel worlds, both utopian and dystopian, and only Arkwright's experience and force of will provide any hope to avert humanity's annihilation. Whew, that was a tough read. I was like, holy cow. No, but this looks pretty cool. I love the cover. It's very stark. It's very black with yellow.
I have the first volume, and I need to read it still.
You do?
I forget
Okay.
who it was that recommended it, and they sold it well enough that I ordered it immediately, but I haven't managed to read it yet.
Okay. I'll have to check those out, those earlier ones.
6 treasures of Spiral Comics formed under pressure. An author, or I'm sorry, 6 treasures of the Spiral Comics formed under pressure. An author struggles to understand an encounter on the subway that has led her to romantic despair. 6 characters embark on a dangerous voyage searching for a mysterious treasure. A cartoon character finds himself in a bizarre yet uncannily familiar scenarios. 3 characters obsess over the same image and sense that their lives connect across generations. Novelistic worlds in miniature, hilarious hijinks, the occasional twist ending. The stories in 6 treasures of the Spiral Comics formed under pressure are inventive and wide-ranging, sometimes funny, occasionally sad, and always offbeat. From Matt Madden. Matt Madden's one of the cooler formalists in comics. He did a book called Ex Libris that was just fascinating. Also brought us 99 Ways to Tell a Story, like told the same one-page story in 99 different ways.
That's cool.
It's like, I mean, it's as essential as the 22 panels.
Mm-hmm.
It's as essential as understanding comics for people who want. And of course, Matt and Jessica Abel are also the authors of Drawing Words and Writing Pictures, which is another fantastic kind of. Well, it's actually the essentially textbook for the course they teach in comics. Yeah,
cool.
This looks very, very fun.
Yeah, it does.
I'm assuming that the comics formed under pressure also will wind up meaning something.
Yeah,
it'll be like he gave himself a very specific amount of time, or some sort of like serious constraint.
Yep.
So I'm looking forward to see stuff. You want to talk some collections?
For sure. What do you got up first?
Black Site. from Stephanie Phillips and Connor Boyle at Dark Horse. This is a comicsology comic. While traveling alone across 1960s Europe, young, vibrant, and lonely American Alex Greer walks into a club in Amsterdam, and suddenly her life is changed forever. When she wakes up the next morning, she finds herself accused of murder and later imprisoned, and what she discovers is a secret CIA black site that's used for psychological experimentation. This terrifying thriller follows her attempts to not only escape, but to separate stark reality from mental manipulation. Can she free herself and get away with her mind and soul intact? This was a fantastically twisted story from Stephanie Phillips.
I love the cover. It looks really cool.
Yeah, I love Stephanie stuff.
All right.
As clearly you do too.
Yes. Black Widow and Hawkeye, Broken Arrow trade paperback. Celebrate 60 years of Black Widow and Hawkeye, two of the most famous Avengers of all, with a bold new chapter in their storied legacy. In the days when the Black Widow and Hawkeye had no one to trust, they still had each other, even though their paths sometimes diverged. So when Clint Barton is accused of rogue assassination attempt that puts the U.S. and Madripoor at odds, a symbiote-equipped Natasha Romanoff thinks nothing of coming to his aid. But as echoes of their past ripple into the present, it will take all of their faith in each other and the lessons learned along the way to protect their futures. This is from Stephanie Phillips and various artists, including Paulo.
The various writers. Tales of Suspense and Iron Man stories that are included. Artists
are Paulo Villanelli and Don Heck,
which is the artist on the old ones.
Cool. Yeah. Cool.
Heart Piercer from Rich Dueck and Gavin Smith, Justin Birch, and Nicholas Bergdorf. Adla thought she was saving the world, but in hunting down the great beast, she wound up dooming it. Betrayed by her lord Kern and left for dead, she awakes in a dark world overrun by nightmares, with a single mission on her mind: revenge. But before she can avenge herself on Kern, she must deal with the devastation left in his wake, beginning with a tribe of vicious werewolves menacing one of the last human settlements. As she confronts the bestial howler and comes to terms with her own past, Atala must unlock a deep and ancient power inside herself if she is to survive, much less triumph. It's great, like Swords and Sorcery type fantasy book.
All right.
This one was also fantastic.
For sure. Pine and Merrimack from Kyle Starks and Fran Galen. On the corner of Pine and Merrimack sits an unremarkable town with one horrifying secret. After a lifetime of losing pieces of herself in every horrific case, former homicide detective Linnea Kent is starting fresh. Alongside her husband Parker, a former MMA fighter, and the brawn to her brains, she's opened up a quiet little detective agency far from the city noise. The simple cases this small town with seemingly humble people has to offer are exactly what she was looking for. But there's more to the quaint place than Linnea could have possibly imagined, and something truly sinister pulling the strings. When they receive a promising lead for a case, they go on an ill-advised undercover operation to a curious nearby island and kickstart a mystery that will not only reveal spellbinding secrets, but put them both in deadly peril. Eisner-nominated scribe Kyle Starks is joined by fan-favorite artist Fran Galen for an unexpected detective tale perfect for readers of Reckless and the Department of Truth. Collects Pine and Merrimack number 1 through 5, and it's in stores December 11th.
This is such a good series.
Yeah.
Such a good series. Red Light, Sarah Cho, Priscilla Petrades at AWA. Get ready for a red-hot, futuristic, erotic thriller that sits at the intersection of sex and tech by exciting new writer Sarah Cho and artist Priscilla Petrades. Lacey is an AI sex worker in a futuristic red light district, and Lacey knows exactly what her clients want, better than they know it themselves. Housed in a high-tech brothel under the watchful eye of the mysterious Mr., Lacey has little in her manufactured life besides work. All that changes when she befriends Natalie, an orphan child who comes into her care. Now Lacey and Natalie are on a mission to escape the red light district, only to find themselves flung headlong into the mystery behind Lacey's creation. in stores October.
Looks
Love this
cool.
series.
Looks really cool.
We talked to Sarah early on. I'm looking forward to trying to talk to her again when it's all done. We heard about this one early on, too.
Universal Monsters, Creature from the Black Lagoon lives. A new horror dream team Let me start over. A new horror dream team resurrects one of cinema's iconic monsters. Acclaimed writers Dan Waters, Ram V, and Matthew Roberts rise from the depths of an all-new epic. Years after the events of the original film, journalist Kate Marsden hunts for a notorious serial killer in the heart of the Amazon. Hot on the trail of this madman, she soon encounters an unexpected new threat. But is he friend or foe? Or is he simply the creature from the Black Lagoon? This collects Universal Monsters, Creatures from the Black Lagoon 1 through 4, and it's in stores October 23rd.
I'm behind on it, but the first couple issues are really good.
Good. I haven't read any
I
of
love
it.
that Dan Waters and Ram V were both doing their one hand, six fingers, and doing this simultaneously.
Yeah,
so,
that's cool.
We're doing two different stories where they're working together.
Very cool.
Running through the final order cutoff, we've got Acme Novelty Datebook Volume 3 from Chris Ware. Drawn and Quarterly, and Tin Can Society #1 from Peter Warren and Francesco Mobili. Chris Chuckery at Image. Still crowdfunding. Game Masters, Comic Book History of Role-Playing Games from Fred Van Lente, Tom Fowler at Clover Press is kickstarting through August 22nd. And Don't Tell My Wife, I'm a Cult Leader from Todd Steinberg and Joe Diaz is kickstarting through September 9th. And we've talked about both of those on our airwaves, so go check out the conversation with Fred Van Lente or the conversation with Todd Steinberg if you want to know more. Tyler, we've got way more crossover than we normally do on our three amazing books, but I think for good reason.
Oh, I didn't even notice you had your second one. I knew we had the third one the same. Okay, so first up. And this is not intentional, but we do have a lot of crossover except for one book each.
I mean, there were a lot of good books this week. Beyond the Pale was great. Birds of Prey was great. I didn't even get to Batman or Daredevil yet. Deviant was great. Kosher Mafia was great.
It was.
Love Me a Romance Story was great. The Power Fantasy, our buddy Phil was trying to figure out if we had time to get him on the show because he wanted to plug this, and I just didn't know if it was going to work out. We didn't arrange it, but I know he loved it, and Kieran Gillen, it was fantastic. I think Casper Weingart, Public Domain #7 is actually still top of my stack. I haven't gotten it. Red Before Black was great. Scarlet #3 was great. But there were two that totally killed it for both of us.
My number one was Cruel Universe #1 from Karina Becko, Chris Condon, Matt Kent. Let's see who else was on this thing.
Ben H. Winters, Cano, Caitlin Yarsky, Jonathan Case, and Artyom Topolin.
Yeah, this is out from EC.
It's
very cool.
It was my number 2.
Yep. Compelled.
Condon killed the EC twist again.
Yeah.
If you read a lot of EC, they're known for last page / last panel twists, and Condon has that down.
It was really good.
But yeah, it was just an incredibly solid story or comic top to bottom.
For sure. My second pick, and this was a close #1, but Cruel Universe was just top notch. Yeah. But Uncanny X-Men rebooted with their #1.
I'm looking forward. It's on my stack.
Okay. Gail Simone.
I wanted to have gotten it done. I got caught up playing baseball.
Yeah. No, I get it. If you get a chance to read it, it is a great jumping on point. For all the X-Men wannabes that just don't know where to start because it's just so daunting. Start here. I mean, there's no better place than a #1. There's all the #1s starting up. All you need to know is that they were once an island nation of mutants and no more. That has ended. And it's a great story of basically putting together an X-Men team again,
Yeah.
In this story, Rogue is leading them, which is crazy.
I
because,
love Rogue.
Yeah, she's not willing to take up that mantle, but Wolverine even says,
she's led before.
"Yep,
I mean, she never wants to,
no,
but she has.
yeah."
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
And then Ain't No Grave from Scotty Young, #4, and Jorge Corona.
I love this one so much. Like, texted you when I was done,
and
with
I
it
didn't
to
read it,
ask
so
you if
I
you'd
didn't
read it.
know. I didn't know it was a silent comic.
I didn't either.
I didn't.
I mean, it was. I mean, it's the first issue that was silent.
Yes. Yep.
And because there was nothing to tell us that it was going to be silent, like every page, I was like, okay, it was like this whole
build
you
up.
finally get the like 2 words that, mind you, are on the back cover.
Yes. Yeah.
And then that's it.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh my God, that was amazing.
Yes, it was just
amazing.
I agree with you. I felt a build up,
level of tension building.
Yes,
and I think it's actually going to work as well or better in a collected form. Where this is not at all a silent comic, so there's lots of verbosity and whatnot.
Yes.
Throughout the first 3 issues, and then you're going to come to this 20 pages of like her dogged determination.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah. Such a gutsy move and so well pulled off. Yeah.
What?
Scotty and Jorge continue to just they're turning themselves into a
powerhouse.
Creative team to I mean, like Bendis and Malieb or Bendis and Oming, like Brubaker and Phillips.
Yep.
Condon and Phillips. There's just certain teams that work so well together that like when they work together, it doesn't matter what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, yeah, I'm on board.
Yep.
Scotty and Jorge are becoming that really, really fast.
That's great. Well, I know we covered 2 books that you've got on your
list.
list.
Yeah, no, you covered my second and third. But you know how much I love my Starhenge.
Yeah.
And Orr came out, and oh my God, was it good? Dark.
Was it?
Oh, so dark, but so good. So the Orr Starhenge graphic novel took my top spot. Yeah. And the One Piece race, you're still out in front of me. I only read like 6 chapters.
It's so tough, isn't it, to keep reading? Like
it's not that it's tough to keep reading. It's that I have so many other things to read.
That's what I mean.
And I've got my baseball, my baseball obsession, and school started for me this week.
I was wrong. I thought school started for me next week. I have 2 weeks. I start the week before Labor Day.
Yeah.
So I'm excited.
Bite me.
I'm sorry, but you know what? I've been working full time this summer, so it's like I didn't even get a summer.
I work both sessions of summer school too, man.
I know. Doesn't it just feel like
at least you didn't have to deal with kids for the summer.
I did too. I was working daycare.
Oh, that's right.
Worked my wife's daycare. We had extra kids for the summer, being that they were home for the summer. So basically we tag teamed it, and we got licensed for us to have both of us
now
here.
You know another thing that you can do with them. You can sit them down for Dogman read alouds.
Oh yeah, let's talk about Dogman. Yeah. I did this with my daughter.
You actually read this with your daughter, which I think is like the perfect thing to do with Dogman.
Yeah, well, I had her pick it out at the library for me because and she ended up, this was the funny story. So I didn't know there were so many Dogman whatever. And so I had her pick it out, and she picked one that we're not reading. And so I ended up finding it on.
Doesn't matter.
I found the one we are reading online on Comixology
Hoopla.
for like. I found it for $7, so I was just like, you know what? I just want it. That'd be cool.
It's on Hoopla too.
Is it?
But yeah.
Okay, so we.
And I happen to already own a copy, so.
Do you?
Yeah.
So one of the things that we really liked is the silliness of the way that Dave writes, he writes from the perspective of these two kids.
Yeah.
And it's a shared universe, I didn't realize, between Dogman and Captain Underpants, in that it's the same two fictional creators.
Right.
You know what I mean? These two what is their name?
Yeah.
Howard and
George and Howard.
George and Howard. Yeah, and which is very much autobiographical.
Or Harold.
Harold.
Yeah,
Yep.
Harold and George.
Which is very autobiographical for Dave, because he was the kid that was always put in the hallway because he was just causing too much trouble in class, which is where he would draw his cartoons,
I particularly loved the story that started with the letter from the
teacher.
Yep. About how inappropriate it was.
Yep. And then
you read it, and it's like, this is a brilliant public service announcement for reading.
I agree. It just had poop in it.
Unfortunately, there probably are teachers out there who would respond the way that teacher responded, but no, this should be made like a single issue comic and given to every 5-year-old in the world.
Exactly, because the world became stupid because they didn't read.
Right.
And I think it was great. And then
I mean, what I'll lead off with is it's not an all ages book. I think if an adult tried to read it without sharing it with a child, or at least without kids in mind, they would get really tired of it really fast.
Oh yeah, exactly. It's a children's story for sure.
But it's a children's story that doesn't write down to them either.
No.
It's a children's story that has fun with some really complicated and important concepts, and or just has fun, because that's allowed too.
Raina is going to be 6 next week, and she goes, so she knows stories, right? So we're reading Dogman. She's like, wait a minute. So they cut off the guy's head. I said, yeah, the head was no good. And they put it on the dog's. I said, yeah, the dog's body's no good. And they put the dog's head on the man's body, and they sewed it on. How does it stay on? And I'm just like, I don't know.
And you're like the magic of comics.
Yep. So she's like, what did they do with the guy's head? And I'm like, I don't know. Maybe they froze it like Walt Disney. I don't know. I don't know what they did with it.
Cremated it. The head and the dog's body share a casket. They're buried at the cemetery. That's Man Dog.
Man Dog. Yep. What I like about Dogman is that he's so simple, right? He can solve the cases because he just looks at it from a totally different perspective, from a dog's perspective.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But I like that it's silly.
Oh yeah.
I like that the art is simple. I like that there's tutorials on how to draw the characters at the back
was cool.
of the book.
That was really cool. I'm like, yeah, I could draw Dogman with Raina. She would love that.
Well, I love the fact that it's not just storytelling, but like encouraging them to tell their own stories. Yeah, no, I give this a wholehearted recommendation to anybody out there who has like children under 10 in their lives.
Oh yeah.
As an intro to comics, as something to laugh with them about, something to have them read to you.
Oh yeah. It's really fun.
It's stupid, silly, and way more intelligent than it has any right to be.
I agree. Like, I love I love how smart it is in that he didn't just write a story about Dogman. He wrote a story about two kids coming up with Dogman.
Right.
You know what I mean? I love the meta of that. And it's the same two kids that supposedly wrote Captain Underpants, right? So there's this shared universe, and there's two universes within this shared universe. It's so weird. I love it.
I love the page flipping thing.
Yep. I love that. I did that in my tablet.
Yep.
I I was like, I'm trying to make it go really fast, and when I'd get to them and try to see, and then there was the ones that had the 3 things stacked on it, right?
Yeah.
So I'm trying to look at all 3 of them and see how they're changing.
Right.
It was funny.
Yeah.
Good times.
So yeah, no, I'm glad that we did this. It might be worth going back and randomly doing them, or even throwing together an episode where we have Raina or my grandkids on at some point to read a Dogman book or a Captain Underpants book, or
That would be that would
do
be
they have
awesome.
Catman now?
Yep, Catman is out there.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many of them. Um, because again, I think that there's like huge value in the fact that they're both entertaining, but also not like dumbed down in any way.
No, I didn't feel
Have
like it.
some pretty cool messages hidden in there.
Yeah.
Um, I don't even think I caught all of them.
Do you think Dave was actually asked to write a story about, like he said, okay, so the letter that was written home to like Harold's parents?
Right.
Do you think that actually happened to Dave?
I imagine something like that
Something
happened to
like
Dave
that.
at some point.
Yeah, where he wanted to write, he had to write an assignment, but he did a cartoon and got in trouble for
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But it was fun.
Yeah, loved it. I'd be willing to throw. I like the idea of kids coming on and talking about dog.
Yeah, no, I think we should try to work that at some point. Is do like the Dogman story hour.
Yep. And then I like the idea too of us randomly when we're kind of like, oh, what do we do again? Well, let's do a Dogman book.
Yeah.
I like that.
Well, I do think it's important that one of the things I like that we do is we cross genres, we cross
Age.
international boundaries, we cross age. You know, we've done YA books, we've done middle grade books, we've done everything in between.
Yeah, for sure.
Um, These comics are such a universal medium. So
I agree.
yeah.
I'm having more fun reading comics lately than I have in a long time. For a long time, reading comics felt like a chore. And now I'm coming back into like I'm enjoying it again.
Yeah. Well, I don't ever want it to feel like a chore.
Well,
I mean, even when I'm asking for that extra day to read, it's not because I feel like it's a chore. It's because, God damn it, there's so many good ones. I don't want to have not read this and not be able to.
sometimes Saturdays just feel like the perfect day for catching up on all my reading. So
Yeah.
I'm never, unless I have something going on, I would never say let's not do Sunday because Sunday works great
Right.
because we get that extra Saturday.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
anyway, let's move on to books we hope will be spectacular next week.
Next week's a good week,
It is.
a really good week.
We had a crossover again with one of them.
Yeah, but before we even get there, I have 4 books that I can confirm are spectacular.
Yeah.
Houses of the Unholy by Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips. I mean, I would have been able to confirm that this was going to be spectacular if I hadn't read it, but I have, and it is. You know, Brubaker and Phillips are just masters of their trade, and they're taking on the Satanic Panic era here.
I love that. My
Um,
mom was a big, just sorry, go off on a tangent. My mom was a big scaredy cat of the Satanic Panic, right? She thought like if I would list, I remember records that didn't even have anything on them at all, like Snoop Dogg, right? Doggy Style. I remember that record came out and I couldn't buy it because it had a parental advisory sticker on it, which was fine. I get it that she didn't want me to record, but she was convinced that every record with a parental advisory sticker was satanic.
Totally.
But
Totally.
anyway,
Kill All Immortals #2 from Zach Kaplan and Pico Asio. Like your Norse gods or Norse. I guess it doesn't quite treat the Norse gods as gods, but
Right.
it immortal. You got Eric the Red and his family. So I guess it's not even the gods, but like Norse legends
Sure.
are still alive, and the family has been behind the scenes for years and whatnot. And
Sure.
now one of them is kind of breaking ranks, and violence ensues. Navigating with you from Jeremy Whitney and Cassio Ribeiro. This is YA perfection. Couple of new kids at school, each with things that draw them together, even though they're really, really different. Getting to know each other over the course of a year, having each other's back, etc. Just amazing. And then Sir, number 1 from Fellhound. Oh my God. I had no idea that motorcycle jousting was a thing that was missing from my life, Tyler.
I know.
But motorcycle jousting was a thing that was missing from my life, and it no longer is.
No,
and I thank Fellhound so much for that.
My dad is a motorcycle enthusiast. He drives a Harley, and I showed him the concept for this book. He didn't read it or anything like that, but
Right.
And he was just like, "That sounds amazing."
So those are the 4 that I know are spectacular, but also we've got Domain number 2 from Chip Zdarsky and Rachel Stott. Guilt Frame number 1 from Matt Kint and his mother, Margie.
Yes.
And Babs number 1, Swords and Sorcery from Garth Ennis and Jason Burrows. What do you got, Tyler?
I have got another X-Men book, because this one we talked to
I
Mark
almost
Russell.
put this one on mine too.
X Factor number 1 from Mark Russell and Bob Quinn is finally coming out. I've been waiting for this one.
Yep.
Falling in Love on the Path to Hell number 3. This is a great new series.
So it looks amazing.
Yep, from
I'm
Gary Brown and Crystal
loving it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then I'm excited to pick up Margie Kint's book, Guilt Frame number 1. I
Yeah.
think that's so
Margie
quaint
and
that
Matt.
he's doing it with his mom.
Yep.
I think that's great when he can. You know what, Mom? You've got a story to tell. Let's get it down. You know what I mean?
Right. Also, we've got some Akagun, Brutalizer of the Gods, Barbaric, Dick Tracy, Fantastic Four. Second issue of Barfly from the World of Minor Threats. The last issue of Heart Piercer. Into the Unbeing from Zach Kaplan. Napalm Lullaby. Pee Pee Poo Poo from Carolyn Cash.
You know I'll be reading that.
Profane. Spider Society.
I'll read that too.
Alex Segura. So many good books.
Yeah, Darth Vader's coming out with number 49.
Yep.
How long is that series going to go?
It's gonna. They're wrapping up the stuff between Empire and Jedi. So both Star Wars and Darth Vader are going to end at 50.
At 50. Okay. Yeah, so 49
And
is
then
coming
they'll
up.
reboot post Jedi.
Cool.
I mean, Darth Vader might be done.
Maybe. That'd be cool though if they had some
unless
kind
they
of...
go back and do old stories like
Yeah.
pre-New Hope stories with them.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Cool. Well, this was a good week
But,
in comics
I mean,
and a good
clearly
week.
he's not going to have post-Jedi stories.
No, but it'd be pretty cool if they did some back, stories. I love Darth Vader as a character. I love Anakin Skywalker as a character, and I love backstory for any character. So,
yeah,
it'll be fun. I hope they do something. Anywho, that's
Alrighty.
our comics for this week. Thanks for listening, everybody.
Yep.
I'm
going to go take a nap so I can mow the lawn and talk some Nancy this evening.
Oh, I hit the mow the lawn yesterday. That was no fun. That was no bueno.
Yep. So,
all right.
I
so
will see you.
We'll catch you guys after the next page. Later. Hey guys, this is Tyler from 22 Panels. I'm here to tell you all about our Patreon. If you enjoy this show, please consider donating to our Patreon to keep this show going. We have many different tiers, all different levels to help you decide what's right for you. Okay, so get on out there to patreon.com/22panels podcast.